haven't moved up in ratings. They've moved down in many cases. They've eclipsed 1 million, a few times. But I mean, like at this 4 years in, like you should
4.5, bro.
4.5. You should be looking. You should be looking at the twos. Like you should be scaling at this point. You're scaling down here. So clearly, ROI isn't something he's looking at, and he's getting these deals with these television companies and stuff like that. Well, so we think. I mean, he has the money too to be able to sway that as well.
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, it's like it's his pet project, man. I mean, he's a guy in his early 40s who's been a wrestling fan all his life. There's pictures of him in the ECW show when he was a kid, when he was a teenager or something like that. So he's been a fan all of his life, and he's a billionaire. He's got the money to work with it, and so he's going to bring in his shiny new toys every single time. He doesn't really care about the business end of it. And it's interesting because clearly he had to become a billionaire somehow. But
okay, and these guys are further along going into more depth of how Tony Khan's booking, how he's bringing superstars. But what I'm going to get into, like I said before, we'll compare the ratings. Now, we'll first talk about Mercedes Moné. We'll talk about her and the draw of what she did bring in, what she don't bring in. Let's talk about that for a moment. And she didn't really bring in the numbers, Let's see. This is the debut ratings. Now, this is her numbers, and this is what has come up. Let's see. If you look right there, for her numbers, it says that for Mercedes Moné, that they only drew 801,000 for the debut of Mercedes Moné. 801. That's the numbers that drew. I think I had 800,000. We could say 801. It really don't make a difference. But nonetheless, she did not draw 1 million viewers. That's how I know she's not a draw. That's hers. Now, if we want to, let's get into CM Punk. We can go into CM Punk. Let's see what he did. He did numbers. And this is CM Punk here. Now, CM Punk rating back in 2021 was 1.1929 million viewers. CM Punk back in 2021, when he debuted, he moved the needle. Very few. And his debut, he was on Rampage. He wasn't even on Dynamite. He drew 1.129 million viewers. And then 692,000 are the 18 to 49 demographic. So that right there is embarrassing. It's embarrassing. That's how many he had. Now, before I get into it, we're going to say our goodbyes on X. If you want to check me more over there on X, come to Toss Ring Scandal on YouTube. But this is just embarrassing. This is embarrassing. This is what CM Punk had. I mean, he wasn't even on the main show, and he got that. He wasn't even on the main show. Wolf, salute to you. What's going on, man? Thanks for coming out to the locker room. Now, he had 1.129 rating. CM Punk drew. We can't argue with that. But let's go to Saraya. Saraya, formerly known as Paige, the show she was on was 1 million at AEW Grand Slam. Now, this is a show, Daniel Bryan was on there too. It said that AEW Dynamite Grand Slam, this is back in 2021, the big television show, it drew an average of 1.273. So a little bit more than CM Punk. So the point I'm making is the stars before Mercedes Moné, which is CM Punk, and Saraya had much bigger draws than Mercedes Moné. She did not have that great of a draw. She should have had a better draw. That's the point I'm making. Much, much better draw. Should have much better draw. It doesn't make any sense. I'm tired of this whole Mercedes Moné this, Mercedes Moné that, and she didn't even do anything. She didn't even do anything. Couldn't even draw 1 million viewers. 2 other stars, CM Punk, Saraya, had way better viewings than her. Way better. Ramon Kenobi, what's going on? Salute to you. Thanks for coming out to the locker room. Says Saraya, damn, that girl has the English crumpet. Yeah, yeah, both of these stars had higher ratings than her. It shows. You got Saraya, you got CM Punk, and you got Mercedes Moné. Overrated Moné, I should call her. There it is right there. Wolf, you right on the money. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I mean. That's exactly what I mean. CM Punk carried AEW ratings to new heights. I'm going to give you your due since you said that right now. I'm going to give you your due. I'm going to give you due. That was an awesome statement you made. I know it's just me feeling this way. Yes, he had the highest one. Tony Khan's the modern day Herb Abrams for real. Yeah, Tony Khan's something else, but that's what I was saying. It just don't make sense. He did not. Tony Khan does not know how to book. And he does not know how to book new people. Now, we talk about Mercedes Moné today, tomorrow, maybe even next week. The next month, we're going to forget she even exists. We're going to forget about it. But she is not a needle mover. She's not. 801,000 for her. That's all she got. That's all she's worth. That's all she's worth. She's going to get her little play, her little crowd going off on, cheering for her, and that's it.
Oh, Mercedes Moné, and the floor is yours.
Enjoy that right now, the cheering, because you're not going to hear it too much longer. I hope you AEW fans, Mercedes Moné fans, enjoy that. You're not going to hear that too much longer. I can promise you that. Not too much longer you're going to enjoy that. CM Punk 45 still balling. Absolutely. He's still doing his thing. He's currently on injury, but he's coming back. He's going to be stronger than ever. Mercedes lost her cake, man. Yeah, Mercedes Moné, no, she just don't have it. She never had the drawing power. I don't understand that. Then she got paid all this money, and it's not even worth it. Like they said with Dr. Chris Featherstone and, Russo, she's not even, it's going to be no return on your investment. It's a waste. It's a waste with her. It's a waste. I don't see that. I don't see her being worth the money. I don't see her being worth the money. And then to add the insult to injury, she said that despite all being AEW, she said, I still plan to go back to WWE someday. So, make it make sense. She's literally laughing at you guys' faces. Literally laughing. Yeah, she'll come back to WWE. Wolf said fast, she needs to come back home to WWE where she belongs. Thing about it is, if she's even going to be relevant enough when she does come back, are we going to be wanting Mercedes Moné? Let's be honest here. Right now, the WWE women's roster, we got Becky Lynch, we got Rhea Ripley, we got Liv Morgan, we got Charlotte Flair on injury, Shotzi on injury. We still have Bayley, Asuka, Io Sky, Jade Cargill, Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, Bianca Belair. Do we really need Mercedes Moné to add to that list? Look at all the names I mentioned. And then we're not going to mention the women NXT that's going to come up to the roster soon. Lyra Valkyria, the NXT Women's Champion. Look at Roxanne Perez. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we're hurting that we really need a Mercedes Moné. And that's right now. And I would say down the line, we still not going to need her. So, but if she would have come back, she should have came back now instead of asking for too much creative control. Because I heard reportedly WWE offered her a lot of money on the table, and she declined. She went to AEW instead. So it wasn't a money issue. It was a creative control issue. Monet caddy. Becky Lynch, my Irish Supreme, that girl's quality. Monet will never be on level for real. No, she's overrated. Mercedes overrated. Now, with that being said, that was Vince Russo and Dr. Chris Featherstone on Sports Kid Wrestling talking about her debut. Yes, the WWE division is red hot right now, and I don't see even no room for her. No room. But anyway, we're going to go off. We want to hear what Mr. Eric Bischoff had to say about Mrs. Mercedes Moné, because he has something to say about her too. Let's see what he has to say regarding this whole situation, because he had it to chime in too. Wolf, another girl, Moné. Gerard, salute to you. Going by the thumbnail, left to right, right to left. Yeah. Salute to you. Thanks for coming out. But yeah, we're going to go to Eric Bischoff, and he's going to talk about Mercedes Moné AEW debut. Let's see what Eric Bischoff has to say on his podcast, 83 Weeks.
But you mentioned his name, and you said what you said about match rating. So I got to reference it. Over the weekend, there was a big debate and discussion online, because I guess someone was defending Kurt Angle, if you will, saying, how in the world did Kurt Angle never get a 5-star match from Dave Meltzer, and Jon Moxley did? Now, I'm not here to throw shade at Jon Moxley at all. He's been the MVP in a lot of ways for AEW almost since the beginning. But Kurt Angle, I
think this is the wrong one. Let me get back to it. Give me a second, guys. Like, subscribe as you come into the locker room. As we load up, let's see what people have to say. Liv Morgan. That's right. Let's see. Let's get to it. I'll pull the video up right now about it. All right. It's what he had to say.